Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have a ton of Tales of Tanorio news to go over, with new leaks, new devlogs, and more. If you guys do enjoy this video, go down there, like, subscribe, and let's just straight into it. Alrighty, so we have a ton of stuff to get to in this video, so sit back, relax, and let's go over all of it. Alrighty, first things first is the devlog. The devlog is a time for obviously us to go and post all of the recent changes we have been making behind the scenes, including stuff with community feedback and all of that. So let's go over it. The first thing that we have is chain adjustments. Captured chain is being changed to a faint chain. Yeah, we heard you all. It looks like a captured chain isn't the way to go. Whilst this will affect the rate of which shiny chances are affected, it will still have a positive effect on hunting. Rate changes. Sadly, with the changing of the chaining method, we will also have to negatively affect the positive effects chaining had on rates. It won't be a massive shift in odds, but enough to see shinies not becoming too common with the methods currently at hand to bolster these odds. Alrighty, so yeah, we're going to be changing the capture chain to a fainting chain as per the community vote, obviously, and because of that, we also are going to be adjusting the odds to make shinies a little bit more difficult to get, since fainting, Tanorians and stuff like that is a lot easier than capturing them. The next two things are just some pretty basic stuff, improvements to overworld Tanorians as well as animated texture supports. So now obviously we have the ability to do animated textures on Tanorians, which is definitely going to be cool. But going into some more stuff, we have pathfinding. It says, I think we all saw how pathfinding for Tanorians and NPCs was a tad bit scuffed in the trailer, and it was a tad bit embarrassing, so we cleaned it up a lot. And it basically goes on to just talk about how all this pathfinding stuff works. But yeah, if you guys saw in the trailers and stuff like that, some of the pathfinding, which is basically how Tanorians follow you, was a little bit broken, but we have since cleaned that up and made it a lot better. Next up, we have framework additions and changes, which there's a lot of stuff in here that's pretty big, so listen up, alright? First things first, we have stuff that basically allows for a massive reduction on servers load-in, and in addition, a lot more flexibility for future updates, basically reducing just a bunch of lag and stuff like that. This is great for people that play on mobile. We also have support for live events now added, and support for larger server sizes, as well as Wonder Trade is fully supported, as well as fixing memory leaks and better error reporting. And all of this stuff is super exciting. Obviously, live events, which basically, we can literally put in live updates and stuff. Just think like Fortnite live events and all that stuff. Basically stuff of the same scale. Next up, we have a ton of breeding changes, which is actually some pretty interesting stuff in here. Breeding will always take the first valid Tanorian as the egg species. Breeding will always take the first valid Tanorian's Tanocan, so basically just passing down whatever the Tanocan is to the next thing that it hatches. And now eggs will show the species inside of them during trades, kind of like how PvP did. Eggs will also have their timers paused when in trade/battle places and during cutscenes. There's also now a hard cooldown of 5 minutes between each new egg created, and all eggs will take a minimum of 5 minutes to hatch. This is basically the status quo for most, eggs and creature capturing games in general. Also, breeding now it takes into account the region ID and unique ID to calculate shiny odds, and breeding will require the Tanorian to be evolved at least once where applicable. So basically, you can't go and you can't breed like a no tent. You have to wait until no tent is evolved in order to actually start breeding Tanorians. But yeah, there's also some stuff in there, again, like the region stuff. Basically how Pokemon does it. If, one Pokemon is from a different region and one Pokemon is from a different region, there's a higher chance of, like, shinies coming out of that. I don't know exactly how it works too much with the Pokemon stuff, but basically that. We also have some interaction changes. When changing sections within the summary screen, the attack animation for the Tanorian will play, and I can actually show you guys that in the dev server real quick. Basically, what this means is that whenever you're inside of the summary screen, changing between tabs will make the, attack animation actually play for the Tanorian, and yes, Tanorians do have attack animations in Tales of Tanorio. Definitely something I'm really looking forward to you guys seeing. And that concludes the devlog. However, we still have more stuff to go over. The Tales of Tanorio official Twitter account actually put out a new tweet that said, exciting news for the Tales of Tanorio community. The final pre-launch direct, followed by a live developer stream with Q&A, is coming this August. We'll discuss this project's progress and the internal state of the game for transparency. Stay tuned for updates. And basically, this is going to be another direct, as well as having a live question and answer, which is what Q&A means, with the developers of Tales of Tanorio, where you guys will get to ask some of your questions for for the game and all that stuff, and we'll be answering it to give as much transparency as possible. We also have some new Tanorian reveals as well as redesigns, and the first one comes with Clymitten, one of the most split Tanorians in the entire community. Half the community likes it, half the community hates it. And as a response, I, as Tales of Tanorio's community manager, have made this amazing video that I'm going to be sharing with you guys now. Here at Tales of Tanorio, we like to listen to community feedback, which is why when we learned that the community was very split about our beloved Clymitten, please redesign Clymitten. Clymitten is pure cheeks. Clymitten is D tier. Oh, here we go. We got a nice comment. Clymitten is like cute and stuff, but its design sucks. Man, what the f— Hi, I'm LuckyHD, Senior Modeler and Community Manager for Tales of Tanorio, and also the designer of our beloved Clymitten. I've heard your feedback, I've heard everything you said about how Clymitten is basic, so I'm gonna be changing that. And in this video, we're gonna be revealing Clymitten's new design. This is the Clymitten 2.0 design, featuring new 3 stripes on its back, new white parts on its feet, new white parts on its face, new pink parts on its toes, and its tail got slightly fatter. Gone are the days of people walking up to me and saying, Clymitten sucks! I hate Clymitten! Now, Clymitten is better. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that video. We're redesigning Clymitten, kinda, sorta, basically. That's the redesign. It was mainly made as a joke because people said, oh, Clymitten's too basic. Even though, listen, y'all don't understand, okay? Clymitten, there's so much more layers to this cat that you'll see upon release. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? But we also had a new Tanorian reveal to cap off everything, and I can't play the full video, so I'm just gonna put it up in the background right now. This is the new Tanorian. What an amazing reveal, okay? If you guys, obviously, you know, would like to go see the actual full thing, join the Tales of Tanorio Discord. I can't play the actual music in the background because it's the Macarena, and that would get my video copyrighted, so again, can't really do that. But yeah, enjoy this video right here. As you can see, we got the new Tanorian dancing, and of course, Tanuka is in the background doing the Fortnite default dance, I think. But yeah, that is about it, obviously, for all of this stuff. Again, tons of stuff to be excited for. Obviously, the dev stream, a bunch of new stuff with the devlog, and more. Let me know your favorite thing out of all this stuff in this video down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.